By the late 60s, the seeds of a new revolution in poetry, the likes of which had never been heard before, were taking root in the black communities of America's urban centers. It was edgy, it was raw, and it came to be known
What happens to a dream deferred? Maybe it just sags, like a levee hole.
In this world, there is a war against poverty, and a war against cancer, and a war against teenage pregnancy, and a war against terrorism, and a war against violence, a war against terrorism. You mentioned that there's a war against terrorism, and all of this pushing against this, pushing against adding heavy on my heart. Haunts both my dreams and my first breath. Where to start? Well, revolution, it seems, has become an antique when in my youth revolution was...
My name is Taylor Lights, and the name of my poem is called How Can I Change America? Instead of the ching ching and the bling bling, get all these people off the streets. I'll try my best to find something that interests them with my creativity. Making sure everyone is a part of something. Give everyone at least one thing to do that they wanted to do when they were younger. If I had that chance to change the world for America, a chance for me to change the world would be a chance for me to make the world more positive.
This is how I changed the world. I let people listen to my music. It's supposed to be in the industry. But people always mistreat me. I ain't no hater, but people hate on me. I visualize and realize that I can see the future, but I might have to school you. I can't make it rain, but I can make it snow. I'm not T-Pain, but I can take the pain that the world gives to me. I'm gonna change the world with my music. Now let the industry be heard. Revolution. Sneakers, I don't want iPods, I want the truth. Black power, iRemix.
I was just a little girl.
Though changing the world is a difficult feat, everyone who has tried is proposing deceit. I think the redesign of our culture will align in the middle of our bump and grind. Beads and jewels is what y'all value now, but when we change, it's gonna be pride, faith, and wisdom of that.
Use my voice. Question everything. Question everything.
I see children crying. I see people dying. I wish I was blind, but I'm not. I could write my fancy little songs. I could speak my fancy little speeches.
Everything.
But what good will that do for a blind man? What good will that do for a deaf planet? How can I change the world?
Question everything.
Can I change the world? How can I speak to a crucified man? Should I? Could I? Would I? Sincerely, a spectator of destruction.
Question everything.
What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Maybe it just sags, like a heavy load. Or does it explode? One writes out of one thing only. One time experience. James Baldwin.
I gotta give the world a speech. Impeach me if you want. I'll twist the world and all I gotta do is speak. Take me. No Jesse on the track, so it won't flip. But I'm so raw, I could probably draw blood from a crypt. If I could teach the earth, it would be a new rebirth of this curse of what AIDS is worth. That's how we hurt. If I could teach the world, no more rape for little girls. We'll swirl through the people. Shackle crack and get on the block and sell facts. Black hoodie, red shoes, green vibe, you won't slide.
This is how I change the world. Peace!
Everything depends on how relentlessly one forces from this experience to the last drop. One writes out of one thing only, one's own experience. This is the only real concern of the artist.
Spread the knowledge. Repeat steps.
The iRemix mission.
To use my voice. Question everything. The knowledge. Learn myself. Learn my history. Tell my story. Change America.
Fix the world.
Good. Good. One writes out of only one thing, one's own experience.
This is how I change the world. Yeah.
Because you can't say no and make it go away. When you shout no, law of attraction is lining that up.
The reason what you resist persists because if you're resisting something, you're saying, no, I don't want this thing because it makes me feel this way, the way I'm feeling right now. So you're just putting out this really strong emotion of, wow, I really don't like this feeling, and it's there, and it just comes racing towards you.
Yes, we want more of those. We would vote for that. We would support that with our time and energy.